7, you're going to be tested at the end of the panel.
No.
Another great partner we're working with is Loot Crate.
How many looters? You got looters out here? Woo! Did you get the Robotech stuff?
No, I got the X-File stuff.
Oh, cool.
I didn't see the Robotech stuff.
Yeah, we were in December. We'll show you what you missed, sorry. Yeah, in the anime box. Check it out.
So in the December anime box, we had this really cool USB lamp. And if you plugged it into a powered USB source, you had color cycling.
It actually fades. That's a GIF, so
That's a GIF. If you were subscribed to the February DX box, you got one of these exclusive items. This is the Special Operations Stealth Veritech. Toonami made it exclusively for Loot Crate, so short of somebody breaking it out of the set and just giving it to you, you cannot buy this anywhere.
sorry. You maybe if you look online, maybe if you subscribe to Loot Crate, they may still have some. I don't know. There's rumors that they might, but don't quote me on that, even though you guys will. I know you.
So to make sure that you don't miss out on their next surprise subscription item, check out lootcrate.com/Robotech. This is their landing page that they made specifically for Robotech, and be on the lookout for new Robotech items that we have in the pipeline. Another new licensee we'd like to share with you is Kids Concept. They make these really awesome, super deformed Veritech fighters. We got one sample right here on the table. This is fully transformable, and it stands 5.5 inches tall. It has a high level of articulation, a lot of die-cast metal content, and it's got LED lighting. And in that box, it includes a lot of stuff. It has a display stand, gun pod, missiles, a lot more, and there's also accessories for it, such as fast packs. And these fast pack accessories come with more accessories, such as missiles and thrusters, and they have their own LED lighting source. And
We don't play with those in the office at all. No.
Look at the very end, yeah. There's a Max and Maria's version. And in the pipeline from Kids Concept is new dancing Min-May toys.
It's like weird. Like we get the Lisa friend audience. We did nothing with Min-May. That's a show fail, I think. We got to go back to the drawing board on this stuff.
No, what it is like in the show, it starts off with lots of Min-May and then it cycles into more.
We have a plan. That's all.
It's all about
Beginning.
So would you be happy if we had a USB dancing Lisa?
Yeah.
What soundtrack would you put to her?
Don't answer that. It's a family show. Look, it says right here. You can't do that stuff.
Next, I want to check if the folks here remember this item from the past.
A gargantuan alien battle fortress has penetrated our atmosphere. With the advanced technology, you can defend against the Zentradi warriors. Strategically deploy your battloids. Transform and attack. Now you can be part of the story. Robotech Battloids and SDF-1 new from Matchbox.
So, you know what's funny about that? Somebody actually paid somebody to go, Robotech! It's like the stupid theme song that we have, right? And all they did is, I have an idea. Let's just say the word Robotech like 7 times. And then we can, like, get a check.
It's not as good as Robotech to the rescue.
Dude, that's the other one. Yeah, that's it.
Who did the animation for those commercials? They were
I'm not telling. It was my mother. Thank you.
You know what?
That's how I got in the business.
Can we interview her for dinner?
No. Yeah. So what do you think we're going to show you?
Remember this from Matchbox? Yeah. This was the granddaddy of the transforming toys. We've had lots of Veritechs and Alpha Fighters over the years, but fans have been asking us, can you make a new SDF-1 for us? Well, we're working on it. This one is going to be a little bit pricey because just to give you a sense of scale, look at the other items around it. This is huge.
It's 2 feet long. Literally 2 feet long. This is the team that brought it to you, or is going to be bringing it to you. And I was actually sitting across from them in Hong Kong when they showed it to me. I got to play with it.
So does it transform?
It does transform. Fully transformable. It's really, 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 really cool.
Oh my.
And it has its own LED lighting.
Wow.
So look out for this coming soon.
Will it shoot out a laser if they try to get near the planet?
We're not saying. Officially, we have no comment.
Now we have even more.
We don't
new
know what it is yet.
licenses to
Who's
share.
asking about the price? You are. We don't know what it is yet, to be quite honest with you. We try to keep the costs as low as we can. We have to import them, things like that, so we have costs. And obviously, this is a big ticket item. This isn't something that's smaller. So you're not going to get it for $30, I'll tell you that. No, it'll probably be available at our store, more than likely. Stay tuned.
So the next new licensee I'd like to share with you is Prime One Studio. How many of you heard of this company? They're a Japanese company that makes these awesome high-end statues. Look at the range of their work. And I'd like to share with you the work they're doing on their very high-end Veritech fighter statue. Check out some of the detail that they're putting into it, and it also comes with LED lighting. That seems to be a new theme too.
That and Min-May. I'm going to put LEDs in Min-May. That's what I'm going to do, is sell it for $500 and piss everybody off.
Put them right here in her hair.
That's right. You light up hair bun.
And here's a mock-up of the final product. And so we're really happy to be working with them. You can find out more about Prime One Studio at their website, primeonestudio.co.jp. And another new licensee we're happy to be working with is Super 7.
Yeah, they're fun, right?
These guys totally get the retro thing. They're going to be making lines of retro action figures, and they decided to do kind of a little kit bash, mishmash with their first release, which is Robotech muscle figures. So this is going to cover...
It'll cost $500. No, it won't.
Not US dollars, right? Another currency, right? And here at the show floor right now, they have this exclusive t-shirt. You can get it at their booth number 1120.
They're also working on some other stuff that's really cool. Just stay tuned. We're not going to show you that right now because it's not quite ready, but it's cool stuff.
And another new licensee we're happy to announce is Insurgo. This company creates really cool skateboards for the Street Fighter franchise. Working on it is Longbow. He's a really talented artist who's been at Capcom for many years, but prior to that, he had actually worked on the Robotech comics from Wildstorm, and we're happy to have him back in the fold, working on new Robotech skate decks. We love this design. It's a little bit meta, kind of looks like you're flying on a part of a Veritech.
It's cool because that's the deck. The other side's going to have actual artwork on it, just so you guys know. It's going to be really cool.
So if you want to check out Insurgo, they are here also at WonderCon at booth number 2113. Another new licensee we're happy to announce for you is Kids Logic.
Another clap. Thank you. You clap for everything. I love you.
Hey!
Robotech!
They're making these great 12-inch action figures. They're really cool. They come with sewn uniforms with vinyl material and fabric both. And here's a variant created with Max Sterling as well. And
Gee, you know, there was only something that they could sit in.
yeah.
Whatever could that be?
I don't know.
Does anybody know the math of like a 12-inch tall figure, about what scale that would be? 1/6. 1/6. Well, this is what a 1/6 cockpit would look like.
That thing's crazy. It's crazy.
If you look at its base, it's not just a cockpit, it's also a sound system.
Can you like plug your iPod into it? Or?
It's Bluetooth. It is Bluetooth, and it plays music, and it's okay. So the guys who made it, excuse me, they said, you know what happens if we make it a sound system? Everybody can, like the guys can bring it home and their wives don't complain about it. Because it's a sound system, it's not a cockpit. I swear, that's what the story they said. It's like a strategy. I'm like, that's fantastic. So I have an excuse for my wife now.
What would you guys play out of it? What would be the first thing you would play out of it?
Robotech.
So here's a photo of Billy explaining this to his wife.
Yeah, I'm explaining that to my wife. Oh no, honey, I didn't bring home a cockpit. It's a sound system.
And this gives you a sense of scale of how big this really is.
Because I'm a big guy, so you can see, right? Thing's huge. It's amazing. Show them some more pictures. We got some cool ones. So that's the inside. It's got all these LED lights in it, which are, I mean, they're really cool. Like, do the next picture, because it's, so in front of him, there's an actual screen that plays video. It's like, I was like, it's playing video. Well, you guys are insane. This is totally cool.
What booth number was it?
This one's not. Yeah, that was in Hong Kong. You can get them at the Robotech store though if you want to. They're not $500. A little bit more than that. But they're awesome.
It's a sound system.
It's a sound system. Tell all your significant others it's not a cockpit.
So here's a beauty shot of it. Yes, a little bit more than the average item, but it's worth it. Now, if you thought this was big, wait till you see something that we unveiled at Shanghai Comic-Con. An all-metal, super scale vehicle.
What booth? It's at my house right now.
Where you live?
That's right here. Can I come over? Yeah, and I have a new barbecue. You guys can come over. Yeah.
Here's another view of it. It's got all metal construction. It's really heavy. It's huge. And some folks have been asking us whether this transforms or not. What's our official comment?
Our official comment is we have no comment, but we're going to show you something anyway.
Okay.
So yes, it does transform.
Yeah, but when are we going to bring it? Are you going to bring it to the...
Right now it's still in Shanghai, but we're talking to them. We'll let you know. I don't think they can do it at Comic-Con. I don't think we can get it by then, but we're working on it.
Wow.
So with all these new awesome licensed products coming out from great licensing partners, and a new live-action film in the works from Sony Pictures, as Carl Masick would say, the best is yet to come. This is a great time to be a fan. So we'd like to say again to all of you, thanks. Thank you very much.
We really need that too. Thank you.
So make sure to follow us, our recent developments on our social media. And we also have a Robotech X fan booth where fans can congregate and talk about Robotech. This is at fan booth FC03 near the 1300 aisle. You can find it on the convention app. And at this point, we'd like to open it all to questions.
There's a microphone, line up. Oh, someone's running, quick!
Oh, snap.
Quick, funny. Oh, he's right there, right in front. Dexter. Dexter always has the first question.
Usually. Okay,
Usually.
what about new animation?
So, that's a really great question. How shall I answer that? No comment. We're working on it. Let's just say that. That's all I can say.
Okay, excellent, thank you.
Yep.
Recently, I picked up the Gatchaman anime series on Blu-ray, and it's awesome what they were able to do to put it on Blu-ray. And they've been doing that with the Gundam shows too, from the old school. A lot of old school anime from the 70s and 80s have been getting on Blu-ray, and you wouldn't think that they would be doing that, but it's been getting done. And some of it looks really cool. And I'm just wondering, when's it gonna happen? Next step? I mean, it went from VHS to DVD, and you know, everybody's taking that next step up. The old school animes, you know.
Sure. So the thing with Blu-ray, right, and with doing it is doing it right. We could upconvert it for you and do it, and it may not be true HD. You got to remember, you're talking about 85 episodes. You're going back to 16mm print that's at poor condition. Okay, it's shitty condition. I'll be very honest with you. And so the process is really expensive. It's 85 episodes. That's an insane amount of material. So if we can make the math work, we would do it. People aren't buying as many Blu-rays. They're watching Netflix and things like that. Just like you guys aren't buying records, you know, unless you're buying vinyl, right? Vinyl's still big. But, you know, everything's streaming and things like that. So if we can make the math work, we would try to do it. But right now, that's hard to do. I mean, it's a lot of money. Lots of money.
And a note about that is there are even shows like Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which has a huge fan base that isn't even out on Blu-ray, and they say it won't be supported. So it's not just Robotech.
Right, exactly. Their math doesn't work either, so. Hope that helps.
I want to ask a quick unscientific question. How many of you watch most of your favorite shows on Blu-ray?
Blu-ray's better. Right. Blu-ray's totally better.
How many of you stream most of the shows you watch?
Digital.
Yeah, see, and that's why. That's exactly why. I mean, you can see that when you go to Costco or you go to Best Buy or everything, that section is shrinking more and more. It's just the economics of it all.
Alright, first things first. I noticed you have some swag there. I was wondering if I could get some of it.
Oh yeah, actually everybody who asked a question can get something, so I'm sorry, that's on me. Come on up.
Help yourself.
Come on up, grab something.
I'll be right there to nab something. But secondly, I know it's early and I know that Sony's working on you guys are working with Sony on the movie.
Yeah.
Is there any idea that, or anything in the pipeline of possibly a video game? Because I remember playing the Robotech video game back on PlayStation 2, and I was a big fan of that. I liked
Battlecry?
And Battlecry. And I know that with the way games are now, I think that would be a really cool move for you guys to make.
Totally, and I'm totally with you on that 100%. It's something we're working with Sony on because obviously the motion picture means a lot. So, you know, we need to work in concert with them. It's been talked about multiple times. You know, as soon as we have some information on that, we will let you know, but it's something that I'm aggressively pursuing. We'll see how that all works out.
All right, cool, thank you.
Yep, thank you. Come get some. Come on. Not
Is
the water.
there any chance that there'll be some cosplay T-shirts and hoodies from New Generation in the works?
Oh,
I love Macross.
That's a great question.
New Generation's still my favorite.
That's a great question. We're gonna let 80s Tees know that. That's a fantastic question, and you're right. Yeah, we do a lot of stuff for the Macross stuff, and the other stuff doesn't get quite as much love. We're gonna try to change that for you.
All right, thanks.
Cool.
So you're talking about hoodie style?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll talk to him about it.
Get a Cyclone hoodie?
Yeah, Cyclone hoodie. All right.
No, Cyclone. It's down there.
Oh yeah.
What's an inmate doll? Here.
Lisa dolls?
I'm not supposed to throw things. Get busted for it. Sorry. The powers that be. Sorry.
Well, you have the calendar.
Yeah, I have a calendar. You want a calendar?
Yeah.
Well, you get to sit up here. So go ahead. Question. Go ahead.
Plushie.
So,
Please.
one of my fondest memories is being in junior high. And now I'm 45.
Say please afterwards.
But being in junior high, saving the cookies from lunch to run all the way home and watch this show.
Yeah.
And loved the show and everything. Kind of grew up with it. And when's this movie coming out, man?
That's a great question.
45. You know what I'm saying?
Love that question. Wish I could answer it for you tomorrow. Here's what I'll say about it.
Trailers.
Yeah, here's what I'll tell you. Our relationship is way different with Sony than it was with the previous film studio that we worked with. They are actively pursuing making this. You know how it all is. They have a bunch of stuff in the pipeline. They have to get it ready. There are people working on it. we have producers, we have people writing stuff, and so I don't have an exact date for you. I wish I did. I would love to tell you, oh, it's going to be here, but I can't. And as soon as I tell you that, they're going to say, well, we're going to push it back 6 months. That's the way the movie business works. They're talking about investing hundreds of millions of dollars, obviously, in this movie, and so they want to make sure that they do it right. So I'd rather them do it a little late and right than just to push it out just because.
Would you rather be like the Gem movie?
The Gem movie. Exactly. Gem movie, the sequel. Thank you. And thank you for being a fan. And you know, your story is a really great story, and I used to come home and do the same exact thing. I used to be a fan before I worked for the company, which was great, so thank you. Thank you.
Cool. Just a continuation on talking about the movie a little bit. I know with the Transformers movie, it wasn't just one movie, and even now with Power Rangers, it's I heard about 6 movies that were greenlit.
Yes.
So it's been continuing.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping, since the original Robotech, it wasn't just even it was many different stories, that it's not going to be just one movie. Can you talk about that?
Sure. We would like that too. I'd like 18,000 movies. Thank you very much. If they would make it. Sony's looking at this as, not just one feature. Obviously, it would benefit them to have other parts. And also, you have to remember, the story is so dense, it's so deep that, it's like there's no kids here, right? There might be, I don't know. Because my grandma used to say you can't fit 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. And so it's kind of like that. There's a lot going on, so they're going to have to squeeze, and it would have to be kind of, if you want to touch on the entire universe, it's going to have to be split up. Love, love, love if they would do that. Let you know if they do. Not you personally, unless you call me. You can call me, I'll let you know, but I mean everybody.
Robotech Mordecai movie, let's go.
Let's go.
Deep cut.
Do this.
Deep cut for the hardcore fans here.
You good with that? Do you want to add?
Calendars are good.
Oh, do you want?
The soundtrack's dope.
Go ahead with your question. Go ahead. I don't want to run out of time.
When are you going to get Robotech Legos?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, yeah! I love that question so much. When are we going to get them? So, I would love to have them tomorrow.
After the movie!
Yeah, exactly. It's probably be after the movie, to be quite honest with you. That's kind of how that stuff works. I tried to get in the Lego booth at New York Toy Fair. I couldn't get in. They're like, do you know who I think I am? They wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me. But yes, we're working on it. Come get some. What's your shirt say? He loves Hawkeye. That's cool.
Who doesn't?
I don't. No, I do.
You like Hot Girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, merchandise aside, what have you guys been doing since like the 10 years since after like Robotech Shadow Chronicles? Right. I mean, I think I've seen like maybe like a comic series. Sure. So, what did you guys spend all the money on? Hookers and Blow? What?
Oh, no, that was just for me. That was just for me. No, it wasn't Hookers and Blow. No, of course not. So Warner Brothers had the deal, right? And so Warner Brothers, for the movie, didn't allow us to do a lot of things, to be quite honest with you. We were waiting for them to pull the trigger. So we had to sit patiently. So no Hookers and Blow, none of that. I know it's sad, but we actually tried to work on stuff. But thank you.
It was a crowdfund game, and the model.
The prize? You know what?
She wanted
Sure.
Don't worry about it. Alright, so with all the licensing you guys are getting to get, stuff made, when are we gonna get a Min May statue or
That's a good question. I'll let our licenses know. That's a really great. We had one high-end stuff, but it was great, but it was too much money, to be quite honest with you. So I'm gonna let them know. It's a good.
Yeah, I'm a huge collector, so.
Sure. Yeah.
Which one of her outfits would you want as?
I'll let them know.
That.
This one.
The little
yeah,
dress.
her little buttons.
Okay. Yeah, totally let them know. Totally. Thank you.
Booth 827, Toynami has a few left.
It's true.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks for doing the panel, Team Lisa.
Yo! I'm gonna get shirts. I swear to God. It's gonna be Team Min-Mei and Team Lisa. I'm gonna do that.
You have a lot of toys for the Veritex.
We do.
First one. I want a Cyclone.
Yeah.
And the fully transformable.
Yeah. I'm actually trying to work on that right now with one of our licenses. I just met with them regarding that specifically and some other things because I want to get more villains out there too because I think they're cool. But we don't have anything we can tell you right now because the meetings have just started. But yes, I agree with you and I'm working on it.
Team Lisa.
Yo! Yeah. Lisa.
Team Generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a novel series.
Yeah.
I don't exactly know when it was from, but where's all that material, and is that going to be used in the future? Like, they were all future stories.
Right. You're talking about the McKinney books.
Yeah. Yes.
The McKinney books were originally followed the original series, and then they went off onto their own stories, and most of those are available as electronic books now. You can get them on Amazon.
Books. I'm just curious, like, with all these new movies and the talk, are we just going to get a redo on the same story, or are we going to follow like into the future, or see?
You mean for new books, or you mean new or
like
the movie?
New live action. New
Oh no, yeah. So that's going to be a fresh take on the story, I'm sure. You know, it kind of has to be because again, the universe is so big, you have to put it into 2 hours. So they're going to have to do some condensing and making the story make sense to people who aren't great fans. I mean, to be honest with you, that's the way they have to. That's the way movies are made, right? So it has to be, well, here's the setup, here's what we got to do, and we have a goal, and then we have to finish that. And that's how movies are generally made. So I don't know exactly how much of the books they will incorporate or not, but it's going to be a fresh take for sure.
If you haven't read those books, people read them.
Yeah, they're
so good.
Come get some. Thank you.
As far as casting for the live action,
It's going to star me.
well, do you guys have any influence? Like, is it going to be like Scarlett Johansson as Lin Minnie, or are you guys going to go actual and actually diverse casts?
We have no idea what they're doing yet. Like I said, we're in the very beginning stages. I hope not. That's all I can tell you. I hope not.
Yeah. I was a big fan also of the second series for like. Are they going to have like one for the hover tank too? A transferable hover tank?
Talking to people about that right now too.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Hover tanks, cyclones. Talking to people about all that stuff. Come on.
Yo, Ajax, what's up?
I was just curious if you were going to have any Zentradi models out at some point. We got a lot of,
Zentradi models.
Macro stuff.
Did you say models?
Chewing.
Did you say models? No, really. Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy who said the hookers and blow, that's where we spend our money on, is models. Working on models right now. Trying to get some licenses to do some stuff. We will keep you posted on that. Would love to have models. I'd like to do models, so. Not that sounded weird. I don't mean it that way. What? There's the money again. There's the money again. Come on up, get some Shadow Chronicles.
I just want to say thank you for the panel. One of the great honors of my life was in Comic-Con 2010. I got to shake the hand and say thank you to Carl's lady.
Oh, yeah.
I mentioned Jim. One of the many reasons that failed is they had no input from the original creator. I'm wondering what role she might have in the movie, or if you even have a position for the original folks that are still around to be a part of the movie process.
That's a really great question. I mean, we're so in the very beginning of everything. We haven't crossed any of those bridges yet, to be quite honest with you. Love for them to have, I mean, we have an open dialogue with Sony Pictures. They are able to contact anybody. The ball's in their court, though. I mean, they're the ones who are doing the movie. So we kind of have to play by their rules, but they know our door is open, and we certainly have had them in our offices multiple times. And they are respecting the history. They're doing their research, their R&D, things like that. So, as much as we can give them these tools, we will give them the tools. Now, whether they use them or not, we can't control that, right? But we are giving them the tools that we have. I hope that helps. Come up, get some.
Exactly. So our question already got answered, so as far as what casting might be, but you mentioned earlier that a lot of the stuff is put on Netflix. Does that include both series? I mean, both versions of the series?
Netflix has the remastered series. The original broadcast version is on Amazon.
And the Japanese ones are on Amazon.
Oh, okay, so Amazon has you can actually get all of it on Amazon?
Yes.
If you Prime subscriber, yes.
Okay.
Because they have remastered on Amazon too, right? I think so.
I think they have. Amazon has the complete library of everything.
Yeah, I think they have absolutely everything. Yep.
One comment and one question.
Yes.
Comment, I'm super excited about your new partnership with Super 7. I am a junkie for their reaction figures in particular, so can't wait to see what comes from that. Question, I am a fan of the refit SDF-1. You know, the Robotech Masters version of the ship that also appeared as the SDF-3 in the Sentinels. You know, the very organic, bizarre, alien version of the ship. Is there any possibility of some kind of a miniature or some kind of a representation of that thing? I know it's very arcane, but I always like that design.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we actually haven't thought about that in that much detail yet for that specific one, but we will do so because you asked. You're welcome. You want something else? We have a thing. We still have a thing. Yes, question. That's all we have is calendar, sir.
I know the movie's not made yet, but is there like a new toy line or collectible when the movie comes out?
Sorry, say that. I'm sorry, I was reading her thing. It said 5 minutes.
Okay, I know the movie's not made yet, but is there like a new toy line or collectible once the movie comes out?
Will there be a new toy line when the movie comes out?
Oh yeah, when the movie comes out, oh hell yeah. Are you kidding me? Sony's not stupid.
How could Sony not? They'd be like, we don't want
They're gonna be like, no toys! Ah! Transformable robots, that'll never work. Exactly.
Any consideration of Robotech in a virtual reality product?
Oh yeah!
Oh,
that's a good idea.
That's a great question. That goes into the video games category, right? So the answer is yes. Much consideration for it. Again, we have to take Sony's lead on it to be respectful to the picture. But yes, and yes. And if I could sign that tomorrow, I would do that tomorrow. All right, I can't.
I'll be over tomorrow.
I can't. But I would. Here, to the calendar.
I would love, like, what was it? Remember in Masters, like Louis has his little virtual reality thing that he does. I would love.
Who remembers what that was called?
All right, we got time for like 2 more questions, then we got to go because we got to wrap it up. We only got about 2 more minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, being new to the series and all, any chance of an OVA that explains the backstories behind all the characters?
Watch the series. That's a great question. They're all great questions. I will consider all of that.
All right, thank you.
Yes, very much so. I mean, I'm just thinking about it. You're making my brain, like, work. I was up here to have fun. What the hell are you doing? That's great. That's great. It's a good question, and it's really good.
Okay,
yeah.
So I noticed you guys are releasing a lot of, well, I know it's Robotech, so a lot of transforming figures, and I'm a fan of statue figures.
Yep.
So like 1/7 scale is 1/8 scale.
Yep.
And I think this ties into a previous person's question, but she likes min-made.
Right.
And I really like good artwork on figures, so I was wondering if you guys would ever release like maybe a min-made scale where she's painted really beautifully, and maybe a 1/6, like a big one. I wouldn't mind paying $200. I really love min-made.
Right. The other shirt, the Team Min-Made shirt. Yeah, I mean, all of the characters deserve to have better statues in general. So we would love to entertain those ideas because of people like you. We did get that. We've had that feedback before. So we're working with some high-end, like you saw before. There's actually somebody else we're not talking about yet. Who's doing other things, but we'll announce that pretty soon. But yeah, great question, and we will try to make that happen for you. Come get a calendar. That's all I got left. All right, guys. So thank you so very much. We appreciate it. I'm going to be around, so if anybody has any questions, I'll stand out here because I don't want to, leave if you have questions. Thank you very much.